Salute, General, Iro, Musa, Etiquette. I'm affectionately referred to as General Etiquette, and I've been thinking. Man, once again, I want to shout out one of my subscribers, my guy, Mr. 99K, man. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for asking another question. I see the questions starting to come in, and I love that. I love that because that's going to give us a lot to unpack together. And we definitely gonna be able to do the damn thing, right? So with that being said, my guy, Mr. 99K, he said he's a college student, and one of his biggest fears is not being able to make his parents proud, right? This idea of how do you conquer this idea of making your parents proud, not being a failure? The first thing I wanna say is that you have to release that. You don't owe any obligation to your parents. Now, what you owe them is to take the lessons and the messages that they've poured into you over the course of your life, right? And attempt to continue to become a better man, to continue to become a better person. But you don't owe a career to them. You don't owe a set of actions. How you live your life is gonna be a reflection of, one, what they poured into you and the respect you have for them in turn. Right, so I really want to dispel this notion because trust me, coming out of college, I definitely felt the same way, right? My mentor, my mother, all of my loved ones, right? This idea of, well, what do you guys want me to do? Like, how do I do it? What do I do to grab and ascertain this elusive feeling of success and happiness and fulfillment, right? And what I had to realize was that I had to set my own standard. Right, the people who poured into me, they did so, but that was their choice. Right, I didn't owe a return. I don't owe my parents anything. I don't owe my mentors anything other than to live in a way that's reflective of the ethics and the morality and the convictions that they would love to see me exhibit, right? Because your circumstances are going to change. Trying to say, well, you know what? Once I become a six-figure earner or once I become rich, I'll be set, my people will be happy, and everything will be good. Your circumstances are going to change throughout life, right? One of the many things similar to financial literacy and how to navigate and develop as a person, a lot of the things that we don't learn, right, in these academic spaces is how to deal with and navigate real world problems and solutions. How do we navigate these real world problems? Right. So, and yes, critical thinking is definitely a part of that. Troubleshooting is definitely a part of that. And this is what you have to do in this phase of your life. So the first thing that you have to do is release the obligation that you have to others. Release this obligation that you have to family, that you have to show up a certain way, that you have to act a certain way, right? Set your own lofty standards, right? This is where red pill ideology becomes so important. It's so potent and effervescent in its message because it talks about you setting your own lofty standards and you living to attain the standards that you set, because you can't be anyone else. Perfection is more than elusive. It's unattainable. But you can be the best version of yourself. And that's a worthwhile endeavor. You can be the best version of who you feel inside, who you feel. You can be the best version of that. Right? And that'll have to be good enough. The how you live your life, your convictions, your morality, because your circumstances will change. But being a man is the way that you show up consistently. Whether you have $1 million, whether you have no money, whether you have $500 in your wallet or you have $0, though, being a man is about the way that you show up consistently, unwavering, like an island, unwavering, unmoving, right? So I definitely hope I was able to provide some clarity. Please, everybody, hop up in the comments. Chime in, let me know what you've done, what you do to either release that, and or if you still hold on to a feeling of obligation to others, and or more importantly and specifically to loved ones and your parents. How have you been dealing with releasing yourself of that obligation so that you can truly sit down and decide what is it that you want for yourself? Because oftentimes we spend so much time trying to figure out how is it that we make our loved ones happy, almost like we're trying to repay a debt. Right, so our parents have poured into us, our mentors have poured into us, all these different people have poured into us over the years, and now we feel this humongous debt on top of trying to grow and navigate and be healthy, right, and remove toxicity and study our pathology and sidestep a lot of the generational curses. Whilst we're trying to tackle all of these things, we're going to be overwhelmed. If you add make your parents happy, make people happy, you can never make someone happy. Happiness is a momentary feeling. It's a fleeting feeling. It comes and it goes. You can never make someone else truly happy. So first thing you have to do is always be humbled and grateful for what was poured into you, because no one has to do anything. Because I can tell you some horrific parenting stories. Right? So everyone has not had a pleasant experience with their parents. So you should be grateful. You should be thankful that you were able to be blessed to have the type of people that would have poured into you over the course of your life to make sure you grew into the type of man that you're becoming. But with that being said, release obligation. You didn't ask to be here. They raised you because that was their charge in life. The prolonging of our species. The longevity of our species. That was their charge and task from the moment you were conceived. Your job is to figure out the standards that you have for yourself. Figure out the way that you want to impact the world. Figure out the way that you want to show up. What is it that you want to be about? Like I said, the reason I love Nipsey Hussle. Last time that I checked, there was no dirt on my rep. What are the things that you hold important? And lock in on those, right? So the Mr. 99K, shout out to you. Thank you for your engagement, man. Keep the questions coming. I see the questions coming in. I'm definitely going to try to tackle all of them. Man, to my subscribers, new, old, and indifferent, I love you. I love you. To everybody that's new to my channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Welcome. This is a channel where we build community through thought-provoking discourse. We build community through thought-provoking discourse. Tune in, like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know whenever I drop a video. Chime in, let me know if there's anything that you want me to unpack, anything that you want us to flesh out together. This is where we have the conversations that we feel like aren't being had. So please, man, y'all be safe. Y'all have a blessed new year. Y'all have a wonderful new year, and really spend this time and do some introspection and get meditative and sit with yourself and watch those messages come to you. If you see me in the street, say what's up, but you probably won't because of the Rona. So I prefer you salute General Iroh Musa Etiquette.